Like Demonic Mansion. You guys ready for your next comedian tonight? You guys are an awesome time. We're gonna have a great time. You guys, we got a first timer coming up tonight. You guys know that? I'm guessing you came to see it. Well, then give it up for the very funny first time Zach Ryson, ladies.
How's everyone doing tonight? Good? Alright, well, like he said, this is my first time ever being up here, so I'm a little nervous right now, I'm not gonna lie to you all. I was in back there talking to some of the other comics, trying to get some advice on how to, conquer those nerves, and the things that kept coming up the most was, just picture the audience naked, and well, I'm doing that now, and well, after looking at you, now I'm just nervous and I'm starting to get a boner, so this should be a blasty blast for all of us. I know a lot of you are looking at me right now like, fuck, is this kid even old enough to get boners? I am. Anyways, we're here at the LA Comedy Club. Raise a hand, anyone notice anything wrong with that picture? Great, no one raised your hand. That kind of tells you guys have all been drinking just a little too much, because guess what? We're not in California, people. Don't know if you noticed that. I actually asked the owner, why is this place called the LA Comedy Club? And apparently it was going to be called the LV Comedy Club, but the day that they were going to get all the signs made, Kinko's was having a sale on A's, and they were just like, fuck it. See, what I really wanted to talk about while I'm up here is something that's been bothering me a little bit. You see, girls always say that they're looking for 3 things in a guy. They're looking for a guy who's tall, dark, and handsome. Well, let's really break this down. I mean, I'm 5'11". I'm taller than most of the girls out there. And I could get a tan, and well, let's be honest, I look at the mirror every day, and who are we kidding? I'm pretty good looking. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to be a joke. But yet, I can't seem to get a date. And why can't I get a date? Now, I know this will come as a shocker to some of you, but apparently, you actually have to weigh more than the girl does. And well, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not joining Weight Watchers anytime soon. And fuck, I'm definitely not doing Mr. Olympia. Speaking of Weight Watchers, what's with everyone trying to lose weight nowadays? It's all anyone wants to do is lose weight. I mean, you have Weight Watchers, Atkins, Jenny Craig, bulimia. Everyone's just trying to cut the pounds. Because, see, I don't understand, because all I want to do is gain weight. When you want to gain weight, it's kind of like having a weight problem that everyone gets pissed at you for having. And let me tell you, being skinny is not all it's cracked up to be. I mean, every time a gust of wind comes by, I'm always like, fuck, I gotta grab onto something. Or I am always cold. I mean, yeah, sure, it's 120 degrees outside, but the fucking AC's going at 40 in these casinos. And because I'm from Colorado, everyone's always like, why are you cold? You should be used to this. I don't have any insulation, asshole. I'm not a fucking polar bear. Alright, that's why I'm cold. Man. And there's another thing that happens when you're skinny. Everyone always wants to pick you up. Like really, you never see Tubby Timmy saying, put me down! No, let's pick up the skinny kid. And for the few of you that aren't laughing at that joke, it's probably because you're debating right now whether or not you actually could bench press me. And let me tell you guys, I'm 130 pounds fully wet. Maybe 131 if I haven't shit yet. So if you can't bench press me, I think it's time to hit the gym. Now here's my biggest pet peeve about being skinny though. People always want to give me their leftovers. Yeah, that makes sense. People are always like, here, you need this more than I do. Well, so do the fuckers in Africa, but you're not shipping your leftovers to them. I mean, really, where do you think I'm gonna put it? You can't finish your meal, so now I'm supposed to finish your meal and my meal? What is this supposed to go straight to my ass? Honestly, fuck. Now, there are some positives to being skinny, don't get me wrong. First of all, remember when you were a kid and you used to play hide and go seek, and people would always be like, all right guys, the flagpole's base. Well, I was always the one hiding behind the flag. And don't even get me started on dodgeball. I mean, I literally just turned sideways and I'm just like, you can't hit me worth shit. Which doesn't really work out when I'm the last one up though, because then I kind of throw like a girl, so I'm just like, oh, fuck! Now, because I do have troubles with the ladies, I have developed a fail-safe way to pick up chicks. Alright, now, for those of you who are also having troubles, it's probably time to start taking notes. So what you gotta do is you gotta throw your better-looking friends under the bus. Now, when you do this, it doesn't necessarily have to be true. It just has to be something that they can't refute. For example, I might be like, hey, this is my buddy Seth here, and he's out celebrating his engagement tonight. Or, hey, this is my buddy Carl, and he actually just found out that his girlfriend's pregnant. But you see, in this town, I found out that that really doesn't seem to ever faze any of the chicks out here. They're like, oh, Mary has a kid? Sounds like my ex-boyfriend. So here's the one thing, and I'm going to leave you with this, that I found will, no matter what, the girl will not hook up with your friend, and by default, will go to me. Just go, hey, here's my buddy Jason, and he just found out that those tests that he took came back negative, but thank God for penicillin. Alright guys, thank you very much. I'm sorry.
Tonight. Give Zach a fucking... That was awesome. Now he's addicted. You know, he did a lot of jokes about being 130 pounds, and at first I thought it was just because he was so young and skinny, until I walked backstage and he was blowing lines off a hooker's ass, and then I was like, he just has a coke problem.